What is up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. My name is Moabi, and today we are going to have a look at group policy. What is group policy? Group policy allows administrators to control user and computer settings in Active Directory environments. It helps enforce security, user permissions, and configurations across multiple computers. Group policy objects are the backbone of group policy. Key concepts of group policy include group policy objects, which are normally called GPOs. These are collections of settings applied to users and computers. And now, let's have a look at scope. GPOs can be applied at local, site, domain, and organizational unit levels. The Group Policy Management Console is the interface for creating and managing group policy objects. Another key concept of group policy include computer configuration versus user configuration. These two options control settings for computers and users respectively. And now we are going to have a look at group policy processing order. So this is the hierarchy or the structure in which group policy objects are applied. The local policies are applied first, then the site level group policy objects are processed next, then domain level group policy objects come after site level GPOs, and then organizational unit level GPOs are processed last from the highest level OU to a specific OU. This order is referred to as the LSDOU, which is the local, site, domain, and organizational unit. So now we are going to take a look at examples of group policy objects. You can create password policies, software deployments, security settings, folder restriction, and login scripts group policy objects. So looking at password policies, you can define password complexity, expiration, and lockout rules for your users. So this means that you can create a group policy object in which you can allow certain settings for users to create passwords. We will take a look at examples as we move along in this series. And now, looking at software deployment, you can automatically install softwares across multiple machines using the software deployment group policy. So you can create a group policy object in which you can deploy softwares to your clients on your Active Directory. And I will create examples as we move along in the series. Now, moving on to the third scenario, which is the security settings, you can restrict access to drives, configure firewalls, or control app execution. So we can create a group policy object in which we can allow or deny access to drives for our clients. We can also choose the firewall settings for our clients, and also control the app execution, so that means we can allow certain softwares to run automatically for our clients, or we can deny access to those applications. And now, looking at the fourth scenario, which is folder restriction, we can redirect user data like documents to network storage. So that means we can map out folders and drives to our network so that our users on our domain can have access to that folder or that file. And the last scenario, which is login scripts. We can create group policy objects to automate tasks like network drive mapping during login. So all these are possible scenarios that we can use in order to apply different types of group policies on our domain. And now for the last slide, which is group policy tools and commands. So there are a number of ways in which you can control and manage group policy, but I'm going to show you only 3 methods that we are going to use in this series, which is the GPMC, which stands for the Group Policy Management Console. This is the main tool for managing group policy objects. And now we are going to take a look at 2 commands that we can use so that we can manage our group policy, which is the GP update /force and also GP result /NR. And now let's look at the first command, which is the GP update /force. This command forces a manual update of group policy settings on a user or a client that is connected to your domain. So let's say you've created a wallpaper GPO and the user that you've logged in doesn't get the update as soon as possible. We can use the GP update command to manually force an update of the policy on the user or the client. And now let's have a look at the GP result /R command. This command will show you the results of the policy set for a user or a system. So using this command, we can be able to see which policies are applied to our user or our computer. So guys, that is it for today's video. I just wanted to introduce you guys to Group Policy Management and its tools. Group Policy Management is a tool that we use to configure settings for our users and our computers on our Active Directory environment. In the next coming few videos, I will be creating different group policy objects, and I will also apply these group policies to my users and my computers on my domain. So with that being said, leave a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys think. Share the channel with a friend or two, like the video, and lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. And I will see you guys on the next video. And remember, each one, teach one.